YouTube! I hope everyone is having a blessed day. This is my first video. It's my success process on how to get your money right, be wealthy, and why it's so important to save money. Because you don't want to work for 10 years straight, then be like, where'd all my money go? And if that wasn't bad enough, the value of your money goes down due to inflation. My name is CrayzeC, and if there's anything that you don't understand or have any questions about, contact me. I will answer everyone with the best of my knowledge or point you to the right direction. Because I don't want to make this super long video trying to explain everything. I'm just going to tell you what to do. I'm making these videos because I hope all my friends and as much people as my videos can reach to can learn something and help set up a plan to never have to be in bad debt, and the goal is to live off your investments and never work again. But this can only work if you do it. A lot of you won't, but someday when you're tired of being broke, you will. You should stop buying things just because you can. A lot of you have the mindset of money comes and goes, or I'll get paid next week. And that's why the average 18 to 24-year-old is $22,000 in debt. And if it's you and your loved one living together, that's average $44,000 in debt, whether it be from car debt, credit card debt, mortgage, or student loan debt. That is completely unacceptable by looking at how much you spend on expensive clothes, going out to eat, entertainment, when not even the rich spend as much money as people in the lower class do. This is the perfect time to start because a recession is coming and it only happens every 10 years. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically stocks are 50% off. Fun fact, people that make $100,000 a year are twice as likely to use a coupon than someone who makes less than $35,000 a year. With that being said, this process of being wealthy would take self-discipline, a long-term period. Everyone's situation is different, but for the most part, this works the same for everyone. Step 1. You want to live below your means. If you just stop going out to eat all the time and start grocery shopping and watch a YouTube video on how to coupon, stop going out every weekend and don't buy anything you don't need. That's stupid. Step 2. You're going to need to track your expenses for the next 60 days. There are apps that can do this for you, like mint.com, to see all the money that leaves your account and find out all the unnecessary spending you do without even knowing about it. Most of the time you're not going to do this, but doing so you're likely to save 10 to 15% of your income. You can cut back any expenses and save as much money as you can. Roughly, you're supposed to put 10 to 15% of your income into retirement, but ideally, you want to put as much money as you can because you want to make as much money as you can and leave it for your kids and grandkids and pray they don't spend it all on drugs. Step 3. Save $1,000 for an emergency fund. This is in case you need to repair your car or an emergency room visit or anything else you need. This is to protect you from getting a credit card and paying interest on it, because if you already can't afford it, why would you want to pay interest for it too? Even though saving $1,000 may take a while, once you do have this, it'll be your insurance that you're covered. You should never use this money because GTA 6 is about to come out, or the Polo store has 5% off on shirts. Step 4. Pay off all high interest rate debt besides your mortgage. The best mathematically way of paying off your debt is called the avalanche method, and that just means paying off your highest interest rate and tackling that with everything you have. And then the second highest interest rate, and then the next, and then the next. This is how I was able to pay off my car 6 months early, paying $600 a month. Step 5. After you paid off your debt, it's time to increase your emergency fund to 4 months worth of expenses. This isn't being invested, that is just sitting in your bank account or in cash. This will give you the opportunity to take more risk with your money, being able to invest long term without needing it anytime soon. Step 6. You need to invest in yourself, whether it be selling stuff, buying books, learning a course, getting a new job or a second job, or starting a business. Because if you're doing absolutely everything you can to cut back expenses and you're still barely getting by, the reality is you need to make more money. And there's no greater return on investment than what a job would pay you. Step 7. Invest in a Roth IRA with Vanguard. It allows you to invest in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or other investments with an expected average of 7% annually. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's better than the average person can do by themselves, and it's better than you just letting your money sit in your bank and go through inflation, which is negative 2% every year. You can get the money you put in anytime you want, but everything you've earned has to stay in there, or you'll have to pay taxes and fees for it, unless you wait until you're 59 and a half. You should do this as soon as possible, because if you're barely starting, chances are you're in a low tax bracket, and if you get the tax benefits as you start to make more money in the future, investing just $500 a year of today's money will be worth $176,000 by the time you're 65. If you start at the age of 18, I'd recommend starting as soon as possible, because if I start investing at the age of 19 with $500 a year, I'd make $10,000 less than I would if I started at the age of 18. This is my strategy to make you to wealth, and this will take you well. That's normal. This isn't something you could do in a week or a month, but this is perfect because the recession is expected to last until the 2020 election. So you just need to get your money right in the meantime. This will require time and self-discipline. My next video will be about what stocks to invest in during the recession and how to make big money from it. This is the perfect time to get ready to invest, but first, you must follow all these steps. Third video will be about how to build credit and why you need a credit card. Why good credit is important, and I hope you learned something new. I hope I made this as simple as I can, and if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. Please leave a like and a share. Thank you very much. Until next time, CrayzeC signing off.